Hello, YouTube friends. My name is Constance. Welcome to Cruelty-Free Musings. Today, the video is going to be about 7 lies that I have told myself about makeup. Woo! Let's get into it. Lie number 1. I need a full face worth of stuff in order to do my makeup. I disagree strongly. And if you need any evidence, right now I have on mascara, an eyeliner in my waterline, and lip balm. That's the only things that I have on my face. I feel completely happy with the amount of makeup that I'm wearing. I wore this to work. I felt fine. I don't need to wear a ton of makeup. I don't enjoy wearing a ton of makeup every day. I do think that it was useful for me in my makeup experimentation to actually acquire the various parts of a full face that I still own. I no longer own a foundation, but I do still own concealer, various powders, mascara, liners. I own a bunch of parts to a full face. I don't actually own right now a full face of makeup, and part of that is because I don't need to. I don't wear foundation every day. I don't need to own foundation. I can if I want to, but I don't need to own foundation. Alright, point number 2, I need to do my makeup the way other people do theirs. I am going to focus not on what I just spent 2 minutes talking about, but on my eye shape. I have quite hooded eyes. They're not super creasy, but if I wear a matte shadow that is going to crease and I don't wear an eyeshadow primer on it, I will end up with a line that's 2/3 of the way up my eyelid because of the way that my eyes are shaped. They fold over on themselves. If I make my eyeliner too thick, then all you can see when I have my eyes open is my eyeliner. It's really easy for me to go overboard on the eyeliner, so I don't need to do a winged eyeliner. This is not something that is necessary to my repertoire, learning how to do a winged liner. I think it's a cool effect, and I do like it on other people, and I have experimented with the shape enough to know what works for my eyes. But I don't do my makeup like that very often, because I don't need to. I have bought at least 3 liquid liners because I thought that I needed to know how to do winged liner. And a gel. At least 3 liquid liners and a gel liner. I have owned in the past. I no longer own them. But I have, because I thought I needed to be able to do the winged eyeliner because everyone did winged eyeliner, right? Everyone does that? Everyone doesn't do that. Look around you. If it's like my workplace, there's one person that does a wing every day. One. Everyone else looks at your wing and is like, the skills. It's okay. You can go for that. You're allowed. You don't need to. I also actually feel a little awkward if I make my winged eyeliner too bold. I'm like, man, everyone's looking at my winged eyeliner. They're thinking complimentary things, but they're looking at my wing, and I'm uncomfortable with that. So, it's not a stylistic thing that I pursue very often. Alright, number 3. I need foundation. This is my current struggle. This is the current lie that I am battling. Every time I go to Walmart, I'm like, but the foundation section. And then I'm like, you don't need foundation. You don't wear foundation. You. So, yesterday, I put on concealer, technically. But I put on a long wearing concealer and blended it out all over my face. And I looked at my face at the end of the day and I was like, man, I love how perfected my skin looks. I love that it stayed all day. It's looking great still, except for this area on the chin where it's kind of clinging to this little bit of scarring that's still in evidence. There's a little bit of dryness. But apart from that, I love how my face looks. I love that from like this distance, you can't see that, from like this distance, my skin looks perfect. That's cool. Like from conversation distance, I look like my face is flawless. That's not going to lie. That is a fun experience. I really enjoy aesthetically having an apparently flawless complexion. I don't know if you can see it really well on camera, but I usually do notice that my nose gets really red. So that didn't happen yesterday. My nose was red, but it was concealed all day, even despite blowing my nose a little bit, which is impressive. So this is why it's a struggle. I enjoy the way that my face looks with foundation. I love the perfected appearance. I love being able to still see my freckles, but having the redness and the acne scarring blurred out a little bit. And then I washed my face. I did my double cleanse, my oil cleanse, and then my water cleanse, and I toned and I moisturized and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I also love the way my skin looks right now. I am completely fine looking like this all day. So this is the internal battle. I like foundation, but I'm lazy. I am much too lazy to put it on every day. And I don't emotionally need it to feel better about myself. So I don't need foundation. I like it, but I don't need it. Lie number 4. I should match my face, my foundation shade to my body. This is a lie for 2 reasons. 1, it requires you to have a summer shade and a winter shade. 2, if you're already putting on bronzer, I tell myself, like, when I am putting bronzer on my face, I don't want my face to look awkwardly orange. I want it to match my body after bronzing. So maybe just buy my winter shade in foundation and then bronze the high points of my face to the color that my arms turn when they're exposed to sun. Isn't that a novel thought? It occurred to me last week. I don't need a summer shade because I can use bronzer and feel better about my body to face match. All right. Lie number 5. I am the shade light in anything. I bring this up because I have the shade light in the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's that concealer that I have applied all over my face a couple of times as foundation. I really like it. It wears well. It stays all day. It's a great way. Like, I applied just 3 stripes and that covers my entire face to a fairly sheer coverage. And it is really the wrong color. Like, the correct undertone, yes. But, yesterday I also wore my glasses, and I am very blind without my glasses. So when I get really close to the mirror as I am blending my foundation, I can only see the center of my face. Not a problem if you apply foundation every day, you just, apply in the way that your hand has learned. I don't apply foundation every day though. So I missed a stripe. And I got to work, and about 2 hours in, I looked in the mirror and I was like, no, no. A very clear line of demarcation, where here it was Tarte Shape Tape Light, and here it was my normal fair complexion. Those two things are not the same. I am not the shade light in anything. And that is definitely a lie that I have told myself over and over. The number of things that I have bought in light, like drugstore BB creams. Eventually, I established a rule for myself. Anything in the drugstore has to be fair, or it will not match me. I've expanded it a little bit more because the Wet n Wild lightest foundation is called Porcelain, which would normally be a great match for me. Their porcelain is yellow based. It will not be a good match for me. I am too cool, undertoned, for that foundation. I guarantee it. So, drugstore, I think I need an alabaster shade, which pretty much means NYX has got me. But for a high-end brand, I need to swatch fair, porcelain, and alabaster, and we'll see which of those is a reasonable option, because I have swatched all of the Becca things in porcelain, and boy howdy are they dark on me. It's so sad. Becca has such beautiful coverage products that you never hear about, and it's because their shade range sucks. I would wear the Becca Aqua Luminous if it came in my shade. I want a foundation that is barely there. Please, and thank you, Becca. Anyway, lie Number 7. I am an all or nothing kind of makeup wearer. I am fine with nothing at all on my face, or going completely all out, and I don't really do anything in between. Why is this a lie? 'Cause Lord knows I am not afraid of color. Well, it's a lie because I totally will do a little bit of makeup. And it's also a lie because if I'm doing an eyeshadow look, I tend not to do my face. I'll throw on concealer and call it a day. And if I'm doing full face, foundation, bronze, sculpt, highlight, blush, all of that, my eye look tends to be eyeliner, mascara. I really don't do the whole thing all at once, and here once again it comes down to time investment. I value other things in my life in the morning other than putting on makeup. And one of those things is coffee. I enjoy sitting on the couch with my coffee and a video and just not starting my day for like half an hour. And then I'll spend 15 or 20 minutes getting ready, and in that time, I can pretty much do either my face or my eyes. I think I skipped one. That was definitely point number 7. But point number 6 was I wear lip color all the time. Today would be a case in point. That is definitely a lie. I am wearing lip balm. And I filmed a video before this in which I had nothing on my lips at all. Lip color actually is very high maintenance for me because I have very dry, cracked, chappy lips. It's the downside to having full lips, they look really nice, but they sunburn easily and they crack and they dry out, and lip balm is your friend. So like I have to seriously prep my lips in order to get them to look reasonable. Which is not particularly a problem, but it's also not something that I want to do every day. I like either a lip color that I can throw on at the beginning of the day and not think about until I come home at night. Which the disadvantage to that is it really sinks into all of the lines and the cracked peeliness of my lips. In theory, I enjoy the thought, apply a lip color once and don't worry about it until the end of the day, but realistically, I rarely like the actual effect on my lips. There are a few lip colors that stay in place if I've prepped my lips well enough, and that also don't crack off my lips. So those are keepers. But for the most part, the way that I apply lip color is in this multi-stage process where I will apply it at the beginning of the day and then eat something and then wipe it off and reapply it, which is honestly great for panning. You go through lip color actually just 4 times as fast. But yeah, that's a lie that I've told myself. I definitely don't wear lip color all the time because sometimes I cannot be bothered to pull the mirror that I keep in my bag specifically because I need to be able to apply a lip color at various points throughout the day and put on a lip color. Like usually the only time that I reapply lip color is when I'm in the bathroom, and I only do that if I happen to have the lip color in the pocket of my jacket that I'm currently wearing, because I leave my purse at my desk. So if it's in my purse, I don't have it with me in the bathroom. But bathrooms are great for reapplying lip color. Nice big mirrors. You don't have people looking at you and judging you for reapplying your lip color. Which is probably not something that they're doing anyway, but you never know. So, yeah, that has been actually 7 lies that I have told myself about makeup. I hope you enjoyed or learned something. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.